All right, we are back for more diet soda taste test, and this one is I hadn't thought about making this video because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a big fan of diet root beer, but in my eyes, pretty much the entirety of me growing up, there's been one, and that's A&W. Diet A&W root beer early on, because it definitely was the one to me that tasted the most like the actual root beer. So I always gravitated towards A&W. Maybe there's also some nostalgic things of going to actually some A&Ws and getting some root beer floats and stuff there. But this is the one that I've always enjoyed. Now this one is actually the zero sugar, so I guess I should probably compare zero and diet A&W if I can find diet A&W, unless they've fully switched over now. But either way, what I wanted to do was give a little taste test here, and then I just happened to be strolling through the grocery store, and bammo. Turns out Barq's got their own as well. Okay, so we got the battle of the root beers, A&W versus Barq's. I know my tendency, just from my own experience, would be to lean towards the A&W, but at the same time, it's been a long time since I've had a Barq, so I'm not sure. And I know there are actually some people, you know, it's a hotly contested, somewhat debated topic, and some people are a Barq's root beer people. So let's go ahead and give it a shot, okay? Now, this is one of my favorites. Something about it that's just very, very solid. Now, you know, a lot of the other sodas that I open and smell, they don't necessarily give off too much of an aroma. Sometimes. This one, oh, 100%. You can smell the root beer, and it's fantastic. Cold, crisp, creamy. A&W knows how to make a good diet root beer. Sorry, zero sugar, so zero. Again, I may be a little biased and a little odd because I don't really eat ice cream, but this honestly tastes to me like it's got that creaminess and almost like it's a root beer float. I'm sure if you served it really, really cold over some ice, bingo bango. All right. So very creamy, very good. Nice smooth sweetness, you know, not too much, not too little. Let's go with the Diet Barq's. Okay. Now, this one does very much so smell like root beer, but this one also, I don't know if like the main ingredient in root beer is sarsaparilla, or is sarsaparilla a root beer, or is that a different type of drink? Either way, this makes me think sarsaparilla because it smells like a much more sharp root beery flavor, if that makes any sense. Okay. Wow. Okay. They are vastly different. Vastly different. I'm trying to think about how to describe that best. So, kind of like what I was talking about, the A&W is good. Very good, very creamy. Almost, again, like you're making root beer float. I mean, again, A&W's, in my opinion, is known for some root beer floats. The Barq's, on the other hand, it's got a lot more tang to it. Like, it literally comes up and gets you in the tongue a little bit. And then it's got the sweetness that follows. And this is definitely kind of a cop-out because it's, I believe, utilizing maybe the exact flavor. But if you guys ever remember, I think they were Halloween candies, or maybe just candy, but like bottle caps. So bottle caps were these little candies that looked like bottle caps, but they were actually flavored to taste like sodas. And there was one specific, they were pretty good, and I was a big fan. There was one that was root beer, and I swear they must have used the same formula as Barq's, because as soon as I drink it, that's just immediately what it takes me back to, is eating some of those bottle caps. That's what they were called, bottle caps, but the root beer flavored. Or like any kind of root beer flavored thing in general, I think this tastes more like it. It's like a much more pronounced root beery taste, if that's the sarsaparilla, or I don't know. But it's good. It's good. I honestly didn't remember it being that flavorful. So I've got an inkling of an idea that I think if tradition is keeping, the zero as opposed to the diet's a little less bubbly, a little more sweet. This one does seem a little bit more bubbly, which does make me like it, and that might contribute to the bite that it gets you on your tongue. Ooh, that's tough. Barq's making a good push for this because I'm not gonna lie, maybe it's actually just because I haven't had that in a very long time that it's a little bit more nostalgic and it's bringing some things back. But the flavor is good, the bubbly is good. But I think still, end all be all, I gotta go A&W is definitely my favorite as of now. But like I've said before, I now have a couple sodas that I have to drink and quite a few more that I may have purchased with these that is going to give me a good sample size before I can really make a good judgment on this one. So I'm going to look and see if I can find some other variations of some diet root beer or zero root beer. Maybe compare the diet A&W if I can find that one. But I think I'm going to have to lean towards this one. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. If somebody came and told me, excuse me, Barq's was their favorite, yeah, I'm not going to argue with them. That's not going to be the same argument that I have with somebody that says, you know, Diet Coke is better than Coke Zero. There's multiple arguments that can be made there. Again, there's only one winner in my eyes. A little more clear cut would be Diet Mountain Dew versus Mountain Dew Zero. Those are clearly uneven in my eyes. These, not completely uneven. Again, they're a little more different flavors just in general, but I could be completely happy getting either one of those. But I do know that this is my go-to, so I'm a little heavier leaning that side. But we'll have to get back on this one. So we'll have another part to it, I promise. All right, so let me know which one you prefer, and if you have any other flavors of any other sodas, specifically any root beers that you know that are diet versions, we can give it a shot. All right, check it out.